In the kingdom of the air, there is a predator that reigns through brute force. With talons exerting 400 psi, the eagle is an almost perfect killing machine. But what happens when it faces an opponent that doesn't fight with muscle, but with a brain comparable to that of a 7-year-old child? Today, we analyze one of the strangest and most fascinating duels in nature, the tactical intelligence of the raven versus the absolute power of the eagle. To understand why a golden eagle is considered the ultimate super predator of the skies, we must look beyond its feathers and examine its design as a piece of precision biological engineering. In our previous analysis on the physics of birds of prey, we established a fact that surprised many: the pressure of its talons. With a grip strength exceeding 400 psi pounds per square inch, the eagle does not simply hold its prey, it collapses bone structures and shuts down circulatory systems almost instantly. It is, in essence, a hydraulic press with wings. However, its true legend is forged in ballistics. The golden eagle operates like a long-range heavy bomber. Its visual system is one of evolution's masterpieces. It possesses deep foveae that function like telephoto lenses, allowing it to process images at a resolution 3 to 4 times greater than that of humans. From an altitude of 300 meters, an eagle can detect the movement of a rabbit in brush from over 3 kilometers away. This early detection capability allows it to calculate interception trajectories before the prey even suspects it is being watched. When it begins its famous dive, or stoop, the eagle folds its wings to reduce drag, transforming into a living projectile capable of exceeding speeds of 240 kilometers per hour. Here, kinetic energy, 1/2 mass times velocity squared, becomes its primary weapon. The impact of an eagle at maximum speed is equivalent to being struck by a solid object weighing several kilograms dropped from a 50-story building. But all this specialization in power and speed comes with a biological Achilles heel: the cost of maneuverability. In aeronautical terms, the eagle has a high wing loading. Its wings are long and broad, designed to generate massive lift and allow endless gliding with minimal energy consumption. However, this design penalizes its turning radius. In close combat, at those short distances where every millisecond counts, the eagle behaves like a battle tank in a narrow alley. It is incredibly powerful and resilient, but slow to pivot and change direction abruptly. Its primary flight feathers, while excellent for stabilizing high-speed flight, cannot compete with the agility of smaller species that possess much lower rotational inertia. It is precisely in this physical mismatch that the raven finds its opportunity. While the eagle requires wide space to correct its trajectory, the raven can execute tight turns and instantaneous angle changes. The eagle is the sovereign of straight-line power and devastating impact, but in the chaotic dogfight of evasive maneuvering, the titan of the sky discovers that its own greatness is sometimes its greatest limitation. In the opposite corner of this aerial arena, we find the common raven, Corvus corax. If the eagle represents muscle and ballistic power, the raven is a high-performance data processor. Biologically speaking, ravens possess what scientists call a complex brain. Their neuronal density in the forebrain is so high that it rivals that of some primates. This grants them a capability that very few animals possess: theory of mind. A raven does not simply react to its environment, it can predict the intentions of other individuals, including its predators. Where the eagle relies on its strength to crush skulls with 400 psi, the raven deploys its most lethal weapon: absolute situational awareness. While the eagle is focused on a linear target, the raven processes multiple variables simultaneously. This superior intelligence forms the basis of its most famous tactic: mobbing or group harassment. However, this should not be mistaken for chaotic fighting. It is a highly precise psychological operation. The raven understands the physics of its opponent better than the opponent itself. It knows the eagle has critical blind spots, especially behind and slightly above its head, due to the forward positioning of its eyes designed for binocular hunting. With surgical precision, the raven positions itself exactly in these dead zones. From there, it launches rapid, short attacks, pulling a flight feather, pecking at the base of the tail, or emitting a deafening call just centimeters from the raptor's ear. The raven's objective is never to kill the eagle. It knows that is physically impossible. Its goal is cognitive exhaustion. By attacking from angles the eagle cannot cover without performing energy-expensive turns, the raven forces the giant into a constant state of stress. It is a war of attrition, in which the raven uses its superior agility to enter and exit the eagle's strike radius in fractions of a second. This hit-and-run tactic is supported by advanced social communication. Ravens often work in pairs or small groups. While one distracts the eagle from the front, another attacks from behind. They coordinate their movements with a synchronization that appears almost choreographed. For the eagle, facing a group of ravens is not a physical battle. It is a tactical nightmare where brute force has no fixed target to strike. On this chessboard in the sky, the raven demonstrates that evolution does not only refine claws and muscles, but also the ability to find vulnerability within invulnerability. It is the triumph of strategy over raw power, a lesson that in nature, being the smartest is often far more valuable than being the strongest. At this point, a question arises that floods the comment sections. Why doesn't the eagle, with its devastating strength, simply turn around and destroy the raven with a single strike? The answer lies not in a lack of aggression, but in an unforgiving law of nature, biological economics. In the wild, every movement is a financial transaction where the currency is calories. An elite predator like the golden eagle operates under a strictly limited energy budget. Hunting a raven is, for the eagle, an investment with disastrous return on investment. Due to the extreme agility and turning capability of the raven, the eagle would need to perform exhausting acrobatic maneuvers, burning vital glycogen reserves just to attempt capturing a bird that offers very little meat and feathers that are difficult to digest. It is like using $1 million missile to shoot down a toy drone, technically possible, but strategically fatal. The golden eagle knows that energy is precious. It needs it to patrol its vast territory, and most importantly, to execute those 240 kilometers against productive prey, such as hares, young chamois, or marmots. Every time an eagle is distracted trying to catch a harassing raven, it loses a real hunting opportunity and increases its risk of starvation. The eagle does not ignore the raven out of kindness, it ignores it out of pragmatism. Simply put, the raven is not worth the effort. On the other side, the raven is a master of calculated risk. It fully understands the eagle's tolerance threshold. It knows it can pull the dragon's tail as long as it does not become a critical threat or an easy target. The raven plays with the predator's patience, staying close enough to harass and drive it away from its nesting territory, but far enough to escape before the eagle decides the energy cost of an attack has shifted from expensive to necessary. It is an evolutionary poker game played thousands of meters above the ground. The raven bets its life on the eagle, choosing to conserve its strength, and the eagle bets that, if it ignores the harassment long enough, the raven will eventually get bored or find another target. In this dance of frustration and calculation, the raven's intelligence achieves something remarkable. It neutralizes the deadliest force in the sky, without even needing to land a decisive physical blow. It is definitive proof that in nature, the brain is not only used to find food, but to dictate the terms of peace and war. In the end, this duel teaches us that in nature, survival is not always about who is stronger, but about who understands the rules of the game better. Who do you think would win in a full confrontation? Let us know in the comments and leave your like. If you're passionate about physics and animal strategy, don't forget to subscribe for more epic battles.